this is really important. This is going to determine if your door is hinged on the left or the right. Meaning if it's hinged on the right, it opens on the left. If it's hinged on the left, it opens to the right. So if this is going in a left-hand corner, I would presume it's going to be hinged right and open to the left. That would be a typical way the door should open. So if that's the case, and it's going to be hinged right, you want to start with your long frame. And for this application, we take our long frame and it just goes right to the clips. You can notice the millwork is already done. It's going to fit right there. This is hinged right. If we're hinging it on the left, then this frame needs to go on the opposite box, which would be our right side. But for this application, in this assembly, we're going to hinge it right, and we're going to put it together this way right now. So here we go. Another thing I want to point out, always make sure when you're putting two pieces together that they remain flush at the top, always. You never want to have it down where you can see the reveal. This will greatly affect the integrity of the cabinet. So it's critical to make sure every piece is flush. Whenever you put them together, you want a nice flush assembly. Now we're just going to tighten up these screws like we talked about earlier. Make sure everything's pushed in nice and snug. Remembering, keep it flush. Very, very important. Once this piece is done, we set it off to the side. What we're going to do next is put the opposite frame on. I want to point out a couple things. One, you're going to see 4 pre-drilled holes. We know the hinge is going to affix to this side of the frame. So this tells us which side the doors are going to open on. We were speaking earlier about hinge left, hinge right, the door opening left and right. So now this is what we're going to do. We slide it right into the clips, making sure everything is flush. So important. I cannot stress how important it is to keep these flush. Snug those screws. You know, and I'm doing this by myself. I've done a few of them. It helps to have someone with you just for support and helping you hold things together and keeping things snug and keeping things flush. So if you've got someone to help you, that's fantastic. At that point, this side is done and that side is done. We're getting ready to put this together. The next key feature on putting these cabinets together, I want to point out something that's very important. There's some pre-drilled holes. There's 2 here, there's 2 here, there's 1 down here and 1 down here. So once we position this into place, we're going to show you where everything comes together. And we're going to put this together. We're going to have something that starts to look like a cabinet, and then we'll go from there. We've got our left side, which I'm holding, and our right side in position. So I turn this to look like a Lazy Susan. I'm going to take my holes, and I'm going to notice on this side there's a couple pre-drilled holes. It's great to have everything pre-drilled so we know where it all goes. There we go. Sometimes if you back the screw out and then snug it back in, it'll pull real flush. It'll look good. So we've got those 2 set. We can set the 2 on the bottom. important, again, to make sure everything stays flush. So I'm going to climb in there and make sure this gets done right. Once that's put together, it's starting to look like a cabinet. We've got the box mostly assembled. Now we have to put 2 screws in the back of the toe kick and pull that together. So if you got enough room and you can get in here, great. It's already got a couple pilot holes installed. Once that's pulled tight, it's starting to come together. We're going to come over here to this part of the frame. We're going to finish the assembly. There again, take your time, make sure everything is lined up very square. I recommend for this part of the frame, just snugging it up lightly, because you may need to readjust this if it's not just right. So be prepared to pull that screw out if we need to make some adjustments. The next part of this installation, we're going to lay the trays in and we're going to start bringing this cabinet together.